Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson, celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus Hyundai, home of the Kona electric vehicle, an electric heart with an SUV soul. Test drive yours today at Cars Plus. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on Primetime, the island's only private hospital has been sold. Nestor Lecanto has the latest. Plus, it's a program that aims to decrease family violence in Micronesia. And today is Giving Tuesday. The island came out in full force in this global day of giving.
Hafa and good evening, everyone. I'm Hannah Devonzo, and thanks for tuning in to your news leader. Guam's only private hospital has been sold. The Guam Regional Medical City is now under the ownership of a not-for-profit corporation, Blue Continent Healthcare Guam Medical City, or BCG. The previous operator, Guam Healthcare Development, or GHDI, announced the sale today of the physical assets and operations to BCG, calling it a transformational reconstructing to expand access to world-class healthcare in Guam and throughout Micronesia. BCG will hire GHDI to provide staff for the hospital, and all current medical and administrative personnel will remain. BCG said it plans to continue with the ongoing strategic expansion, including increasing inpatient bed capacity from 136 to 186. BCG also said it will establish an institutional relationship with one of the most renowned academic medical centers on the U.S. West Coast to leverage resources in telehealth to bridge care gaps throughout the many islands of Micronesia. The institution was not named. GRMC was opened in July 2015 by the Philippine-based The Medical City Group. Meanwhile, details of the sale were not released, but the buyer is seeking federal tax-exempt status for $600 million in bond financing. GITA held a public hearing today to get input on the company's application to the governor, but the proposal has raised concern of Congressman Michael San Nicolas, who questions why GovGuam is even entertaining it. Nestor Lecanto reports.
A nonprofit corporation called Blue Continent Healthcare is seeking a tax-exempt designation from Governor Leon Guerrero, which would lower its borrowing costs. The law requires that a public hearing be held, which was conducted by GITA. Among the few who attended was Congressman Michael San Nicolas, who raised multiple concerns.
I don't understand how GITA is able to bring us to a public hearing without any documentation illustrating public benefit, and yet we're going to participate in a $600 million offering, not necessarily putting our credit on the line, but definitely having an involvement with a nonprofit entity going out and borrowing to acquire what was originally a for-profit hospital. If GITA is willing to have a public hearing for a nonprofit organization and sign up for its triple tax exempt status without any documentation showing that it's for public benefit, is every other nonprofit organization going to be given the same kind of access to this kind of tax exempt treatment?
He cited as an example the Catholic Church, which faces potentially hundreds of millions in debt because of clergy abuse litigation.
Can they now come to GITA and go through this process and proceed to go and get tax-exempt status because it's going to be signed off by the governor? And is every other nonprofit organization going to be able to avail of that? So this is a very, very big concern, because I don't feel like the risks that are being, that could potentially manifest are being properly vetted by GITA.
But GITA CEO Melanie Mendiola said it's not their role to vet the borrower, nor to determine credit worthiness. That will ultimately be up to the bond buyers.
Our position is to make sure that the public is aware that this entity is going out for bonds. They're seeking tax exemption. If people have issues with that, as Congressman San Nicolas did, then they should bring it. That's the forum for them to bring up their concerns, and those concerns should be then weighed and vetted by the Office of the Governor in her final decision to grant them that status or not.
She adds that neither GovGuam nor GITA has any liability with the bond borrowing. They're just fulfilling the legal requirement to conduct a public hearing.
This bond issuance has nothing to do with the government of Guam's appetite to go after public debt. It is not tied in to the government of Guam liabilities balance sheet. This is primarily, our role is to hear the public's comment, and then the governor's role is to then endorse this project as a public interest or not.
But San Nicolas remains unconvinced and says GIDA should hire a municipal advisor to weigh the implications.
I think GIDA needs to step back and vet whether or not this is something that's going to have any other risks, and truly determine whether or not those risks could potentially manifest. I'm really just going along with what we're talking about here and trying to put the pieces together, because there's zero transparency in any of this. There's no documentation. And this is a process that is not only opaque, but it looks it just doesn't look right.
But Mendiola says all the governor is doing is confirming whether the purpose for the borrowing, the continued operation of GRMC, serves the public good. Her analogy?
We're not here to talk about whether or not you're going to abuse your driver's license. All we're here to say is we do verify, in fact, that you are a resident. So in the way that a mayor's verification is there to verify your residency so you can apply for a driver's license, the governor's office is here to say whether or not you qualify for tax exempt status when you're going out to borrow.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Federal investigators have seized electronic data from an iPhone that was the subject of a warrant signed by District Court Judge Michael Bordalio in late September. The warrant was issued as a part of an ongoing drug investigation. The phone was seized from Barry Joe L. Nauta. Nauta was busted as part of an operation involving several packages combined containing over 3,600 grams of meth. According to the warrant, federal law enforcement plan to extract data that includes text messages, voicemails, phone logs, and other documents relating to the manufacturing, transportation, ordering, purchasing, and distribution of controlled substance. The case is sealed. And almost 450 grams of meth was seized after a search warrant was issued earlier this month. The search warrant was for a priority package addressed to Gerald Torralba Indedido, a member of the Guam Customs and Quarantine Drug Detection Dog Unit, was alerted to the package as it was being received at the Barragata Post Office. Aside from the meth, vacuum-sealed bags, a candle, and foil were also seized. The investigation is still ongoing. The Pacific Judicial Council is partnering with the legislative and executive branches of government in an attempt to decrease family violence in Micronesia through an EQ education program. The PJC is comprised of chief judges and justices from Guam, the CNMI, Palau, Chuuk, Pohnpei, Yap, Coast Rai, and American Samoa, all working together in the EQ education program. They hope that by establishing it in schools, they can teach individuals how to manage their emotions in a healthy way. Dr. Neil Nedley has been commissioned to develop it. PJC President, District Court of Guam, Chief Judge Francis Tidinko Gatewood.
What we've done is we've developed a curriculum with our international speaker, and you have the information about him, Dr. Nedley, who's flying in today. And he has developed a curriculum with our council, with our planning committee, and he's also been in Micronesia. So the curriculum is going to be taught in the schools. So those are three different levels of school on each island. Just one elementary, one middle, one high school. If you get it into the school system and you teach the children about this with this curriculum, it should really stem the tide of any increase in family violence.
Not only will the EQ education program be established in school, but will also be available to the community.
Not just the school. I mean, we also are going to have a component for community not-for-profit organizations that support family violence issues, like for victims and survivors, and even for defendants.
There will be a 3-day PJC EQ informational conference beginning on Wednesday, December 1st at the District Court of Guam, and will also be available online through Chief Judge Francis Tidinko Gatewood's courtroom.
A slim majority of students and parents in the NMI do not feel safe going to school in person at this time. That's according to the public school system's recent survey. Our Tomas Manglutnia has the details as schools reopen on Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda.
After shifting to a return to in-person learning based on a new COVID-19 testing schedule for each campus, results from the public school system survey of its students, parents, and staff paint a clearer picture.
we keep adding more layers to ensure safety of all our students. So we really hope that by doing this and sharing all our protocols that, parents, that it will alleviate a lot of the fears and hopefully send the students to the school, because students really do benefit from face-to-face instruction.
41% of the 2,440 students who responded to the survey say that they feel safe going to school in person.
If our schools is not as safe as what it is, then I can assure you right now that our schools right now, as we speak, is ready to take on the students back.
630 parents representing 910 students also weighed in. 45% say they feel safe sending their children to school. As education leaders emphasized, they trust the process and they're ready.
Having the schools reopen provides access to all of these really important services that addresses the needs of the whole child. So I think PSS is really going in that direction of not just addressing the education, definitely prioritizing that, but also trying to look at the whole child and address the child's full needs. And so we feel like reopening the schools is a really good step in that direction.
She says they're working to address the virtually even split of those wanting to return and those wanting to stay home. Of the 740 staff respondents, they also reflect that divide. 36% feel safe, 18% aren't sure, and 46% are worried or do not feel safe at all. Most schools would reopen by December 10 based on their schedule.
We are encouraging everyone to get vaccinated. The science is there and it's proven that it is our best defense. So really it's nice that we have all these protocols, but vaccination is really the best defense.
Tomas Manglotnya for KUAM News on Saipan.
In regional news, the CNMI Governor and Office of Veterans Affairs held their first town hall on Saipan, hearing the calls for help from many island residents last night. Tomas Manglotnya reports.
That's why we have our leaders here, so they hear you and they want to help. That is the number one reason why we're doing this, is because they're here and they want to help.
The CNMI Governor and Office of Veterans Affairs offering a listening ear to hear the calls for help from our island's veterans Monday night. Some veterans share the trauma from combat and journey to healing, which some describe as difficult to access here.
I tried to get a mental health appointment and it was been really hard. It's not really a question that I have, it's just, I guess, a statement that I think that our island needs to band together and take care of those, especially those people who don't know how bad they are for PTSD. Because I was actually there once when I thought I was completely fine.
He says the struggle with mental health can make holding a job difficult. He wants more people to get the help they need. Now, he isn't alone.
I do a lot of critical counseling here on island. I've actually talked to several people out of suicide here on island on emergency phone calls. So if you ever need to talk, trust me, I'd rather talk to you than carry your casket or be the administrator.
He wants to see the community host sporting events and other activities that form relationships and can help put minds at ease.
But it's not just us, it's just the whole island has to get behind all this, because it's not just us dealing with PTSD and emotional drainage. This whole island is, especially right now.
Some family members also share their struggles in helping veterans when they return home. The governor and lieutenant governor committed to more support.
We're here to make sure that we begin to collaborate, really consolidate the information that we need, to consolidate, to fully comprehend and understand the needs of our veterans.
My goal tonight was to have an open discussion on how we can help you individually or your family. And tonight I heard some personal issues that I hope that our office can help. If not, then we have to have an avenue. What else can we do? And for me, the most important part is going away tonight is there is help, that this office is mandated to help you.
Town halls will be held on Rhoda and Tinian in the coming months. Tomas Manglotnya, For KUAM News, on Saipan.
Today is Giving Tuesday, and on behalf of KUAM, we are grateful for all the donations that were dropped off today at our Harmon studios. Our island people and leaders have a lot to be proud of as we opened our hearts and pocketbooks to give back to those less fortunate.
For almost a decade, KUAM has participated in Giving Tuesday, an annual global day of giving. Here's KUAM CEO Marie Calvo-Monge.
The spirit of giving that we share on Guam is so impactful, infectious, and resonates not only in our community, but also it's inspired those around the world.
From the Guam legislature, who presented a legislative resolution here at the KUAM studios in Harmon, we kicked off today's festivities to a virtual proclamation signing with Acting Governor Josh Tenorio. Today, our island community stood united.
While we are all experiencing the pandemic, generosity is what brings people together, and it's actually what saved lives. It sets aside our race, our faith, our political views across the globe and focuses on our humanity. Those things that unite us rather than divide us.
Much in the same way as our elected leaders and corporate partners such as Burger King, Guam Bakery, American Bakery, APL, and Papa John's, among many others, we all came together to give back, to inspire, and to share goodwill, most especially to our frontliners at the Guam Memorial Hospital, Guam Regional Medical City, and our various village mayors. But one of the biggest contributions actually came from some of our smallest residents. The students at Mount Carmel School in Hoggett, Elementary School Vice Principal Crystal Augustine explains.
Our students and our parents have gave so givingly. This is now the time of year where we're open-hearted and we're open-minded. We want to perpetuate hope and faith, and we are so happy to be part of the Global Giving Tuesday.
Now all of the donations that were collected at our donation drive will be given to our partners at the Salvation Army Guam chapter.
We've been in a handful of different communities, and I have to tell you, I've said this before, but we've never experienced anything like the community of Guam. Absolutely. I mean, we ask for something and people just throw in and go, all right, how can I help? How can I pitch in? It's phenomenal. It is not like the rest of the world.
And just remember, although today was Giving Tuesday, we as a community and as a family can still give back 365 days a year. From all of us here at the KUAM Care Force, thank you, Guam.
It's Giving Tuesday on Guam. What is your giving story? Tell us who you gave back to and why. Let us know across our social media pages with our daily question. Stay tuned. We've got more news after the break.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Half a day. This is Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. If you're struggling to pay rent and utilities because of the pandemic, your government can help. Our Emergency Rental Assistance Program provides direct relief to you. To date, over $6.9 million has helped over 1,500 households.
Apply online at eoa.guam.gov or call the Department of Administration's Emergency Rental Assistance Program at 671-638-4518 or 19.
Our family was recently challenged with a difficult medical condition where my son needed a liver transplant. And I asked Cabo Select Care to assist me with that, and he required off-island care. In fact, it can only be taken care of off-island. So Cabo Select Care was there to help with all the referrals and the off-island coverage.
Calvo Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you. Federal employees and annuitants, enroll today.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
A routine traffic pullover in Talofofo led to the arrest of a 43-year-old agate man. Police noticed Chad Jansen Manglutnia Mantanona exhibited signs of being under the influence of marijuana. Inside his vehicle, police noticed children and found drug, paraphernalia, and crystal meth. Aside from being arrested for child abuse, Mantanona was also arrested on drug charges and driving while being impaired. He was booked and confined. Port Police arrested a 28-year-old man on drug charges. The incident occurred just before 8 o'clock this morning while an officer was conducting routine patrol near Port Beach. The officer noticed a vehicle with individuals inside. After a check inside the car, the officer discovered a glass pipe with drug residue along with a plastic baggie which allegedly contained crystal meth. Gregory San Augustine was booked and released in connection to drug possession charges. The Guam Department of Education offers programs to help students cope with anxiety as concerns regarding students' mental health arose at the recent Guam Education Board meeting. GDOE Interim Public Information Officer Michelle Franquez says that summits are being held weekly for students to help with their emotions.
Well, right now we actually have Nadine Cepeda and her team for student services who are conducting weekend Zoom conferences. I can share that information with you. And it's a 1 hour session on Zoom where they talk about what are some coping mechanisms that families and students can practice with each other in regards to dealing with anxiety to returning to school.
According to Franquez, GDOE also has a directory of support on their website where the community can avail themselves of services from.
It was actually created and uploaded at the beginning of this year, I believe. And so we actually have a database, a directory of community organizations that students and families can call and ask for support in regards to just some mental wellness and emotional support.
GDOE advises students to seek guidance from their respective school counselors. And in preparation for the holidays, local law enforcement officers are getting extra training to improve the public safety. Hundreds of Americans die during the holiday season because of drunk driving. The riskiest time of the year to drive is reported to be between Christmas and New Year's, according to Fix Auto USA. This week, the Department of Public Works Office of Highway Safety is holding a standardized field sobriety test and advanced roadside impaired driving enforcement training. Officer Gary Martins from the California Highway Patrol is helping to conduct the training for officers from various agencies on Guam.
Today, for this first few days, we're doing what's called a field sobriety testing class. And these are tools that the officers would use at roadside to help determine if someone's impaired or safe to continue driving. We can help them to look for certain things, and we teach them about physiology, and we teach them about the tests themselves and the probability that the person could be impaired, to help them make informed decisions so that they can keep them from safely traveling and not injuring anybody or themselves or any other family members.
To further put their skills to the test, officers will have the ability to work with individuals under the influence.
We're going to have what's called a live alcohol workshop, and so these officers in here are going to get to use the skills that we teach them with subjects that have been consumed alcohol, so that they will simulate actually contacting people that are impaired. So when they get on the side of the road, they don't have to practice. They will have to practice, but they're getting firsthand practice with people that are already impaired.
To stay safe this holiday season, Martins tells individuals to take advantage of rideshare apps or asking a loved one to drive them if consuming alcohol and needing to go somewhere. Guam residents seeking a job should be prepared and bring their digital resumes and cover letters tomorrow to speak with employers across the island. The University of Guam's Career Development Office invites UOG students and the community to do an online internship and job fair, which they are hosting in the course of 2 days. On Wednesday, participants can expect employers from American Job Center, Bank Pacific, DZSP21, GTA, among others. The online employer recruitment event is scheduled for Wednesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Interested individuals should be ready for on-the-spot interviews. For more information, you can call the development office at 671-735-2233 or email career.developmentat@triton.uog.edu. Sports is up next with Dave Delgado. Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
You are everything that matters to me, and I promise to do whatever it takes to keep you healthy, to be comfortable, and to be free. I love you. As long as we're together, I'll always make sure that home will always be our best place to breathe.
At the Vocal Box, we understand that everyone is different, which is why our meal plans are designed to fit different lifestyles. Whether you need easy and convenient meals because you're on the front lines, breaking personal records, or just trying to live a healthier lifestyle, we have a meal plan for you. Our meals are made with the most fresh, all-natural ingredients that are always grain, gluten, and refined sugar-free. Spend less time cooking and more time living. Call us at 922-BOCA, visit our website, or stop by our cafe in Hagåtña to start your meal subscription today. The Vocal Box, real nutrition made daily.
There will come a time when people talk about how Hyundai makes the best car on the road. Now seems about right. The technologically advanced Hyundai Elantra is the 2021 North American Car of the Year.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
East of football from the Ukadu Field, Southern High traveling up north to face the Bulldogs. Ukadu's Austin Apatang with the tackle on the play. Josiah Quintanilla drops back, looking for an open receiver. Rolls right and hits Isaiah Topashnia for the first down. Bulldogs defense hold and forces the turnover on downs. Gregory Martinez blows through the middle and makes the tackle for a loss. Dolphins D also forcing the turnover. Quintanilla hits Jaron Leon Guerrero on the quick slant. Apatang comes over to assist on the play and forces the fumble. Teammate Troy Munya with the fumble recovery. Quintanilla dropping back again. This time finds Topashnia on the out route. Nice grab by Isaiah, who dives into the end zone for the score. Apatang was all over the field for the home team. First down reception here. Southern High will face the Father Duenas Friars in the semis this Friday at 7 p.m. at the GW Field. The GW Geckos and Guam High Panthers meet up on Saturday night at Guam High at 7 p.m. Shout out to Jones Media for the fresh video. Round 4 of the Pro Line Drifting Championships went down at the Raceway Park in Jigo. Carl Dumasic was crowned the winner again this round, catching him up to just 2 points from Von Burrell, who still holds the lead in these season points. The final round, number 5, is scheduled for Sunday, December 5th, to close off the 2021 season. Von Burrell is in first with 74 points. Carl Dumasic in second with 72. Matt Pilarka in third with 54 points. Jasper Leong is in fourth with 50 points. The University of Guam's varsity baseball program is looking for athletes to play for the Tritons in the upcoming spring and fall seasons. Aspiring collegiate baseball players ages 16 to 22 are invited to tryouts to be held December 4th and 5th from 9 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon at the George Washington High School baseball field. For more info, contact Coach Roque Alcantara Jr. at 747-4579.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich. You'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Say hello to the First Hawaiian Bank mobile app, where you get smart insights into your finances so you can make smart decisions with your money. With a daily personalized feed, you can compare your monthly income to spending. That's better. Discover where your money is actually going. You might be surprised. See what's essential and what isn't. The more you use the app, the smarter it gets. With insights from the First Hawaiian Bank mobile app, it all starts with yes.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
All right, everybody, on this Giving Tuesday, November 30th, happy birthday to Peter Jesus. And your shout-out says, we're wishing our dad and Papa a beautiful, blessed birthday. We love you and we appreciate all you do for us. Love, your Barrigada family. Hey, Peter, you're getting love from the entire village. Nice job. Happy birthday. And Christine St. Augustine, happy birthday to you, and we hope your day is just as awesome as you are. You get love from Sophia and the entire family. So our two birthday celebrants today, on this Giving Tuesday, Peter and Christine, we celebrate you. We wish you good fortune, good health, and good luck, and a great birthday.
And remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Make sure to include with your photo, your name, and birthday. That's going to do it for us here on Primetime. Thanks for watching, and good night.